Good morning, book lovers of the internet. Welcome back to my channel. I am Book Nerd 802, and in this video, I am going to be reacting to a video called 4 Things You Should Never Say to a Bookworm. Now, this video was made 10 years ago, and it's by a channel called The Perks of Books. The person who is behind this channel is called Erica, and I miss her tremendously. She used to make some of the best content on BookTube. Massive shout out to Erica. I do hope she does make a comeback. Erica, we miss you. You're brilliant. She has 10,800 subscribers. It's been stuck that way for a while now. And yeah, I mean, she forms part of the reason as to why I started my own BookTube channel and why I wanted to share my thoughts with regard to the books I read through a YouTube channel. So yeah, thank you for the inspiration as well, Erica. Hopefully I'll be able to follow in your footsteps. This video is 3 minutes long. It has 18,000 views, as I mentioned, and 672 likes, one of which is my own. So these are 4 things you should never say to a bookworm. I am going to watch this again. It's been many years now since I last watched it, and I'll let you know whether I agree or not. So let's take a look together. We have the audio turned up and closed captions as well, just in case there are any deaf people in the audience. Okay, never ever use the phrase since you're not doing anything.
So, since you're not doing anything, I was thinking maybe we could go to the beach, go watch the sunset, or we could go get some froyo, or we could go to the movies, or we could go ride a bike, or we could go make forts, or we could go climb trees, or we could go swimming, whatever you want.
We are most definitely doing something.
It honestly does piss me off that some people tend to see a book in your hands and just assume that you're not doing anything when you're really engaging with so many characters, with the plot line, with the world building. There's so much that one is doing when they are engaging with a book, and people just assume that you're not doing anything. It's quite a rude thing to say, because books tend to keep us company, as bookworms, of course, just as much as other people do. So it's the equivalent of being in a conversation with somebody, of speaking with someone, and then somebody just barges into the conversation and tries to grab your attention without any regard for the person you were originally speaking with. It's a very rude thing to do. So let's see what Erica has to say about this.
Do you see the book in my hand? Do you see it? The moment you say, since you're not doing anything, I'm not only mad, I've stopped listening to you.
So, what's the book about? Do you really?
Yeah, it's honestly also quite condescending for them to just assume you're not doing anything, as though your hobby is not as valuable as their own. And then they ask you what the book is about, pretending like they care when you know fully well that they aren't even readers for the most part. These aren't the sort of people you should surround yourself with, by the way, especially if you are a bookworm, trust me.
Want to know? Yeah, I mean, you really want to know. Yeah, really. I mean, I read this book once. It was so sad. I mean, I was just sitting there reading it, and then out of nowhere, tears started coming out of my face.
Yeah, and I don't think, honestly, Doctor Sleep is the sort of book you would want to um, be reading and get interrupted while you are reading it. It's the sort of book you want to be immersed in, because it's such a psychological sort of book, quite a thriller really. And yeah, this is very rude behavior. So if you aren't a bookworm, or if you're not a reader and you see somebody with a book in their hands, please be decent when you speak with them, and don't just assume that they're not doing anything.
I was like, what? I mean,
Unless you want to know, don't ask. If it's a book I'm passionate about, believe me, I could tell you so much. I could tell you the author's symbolism on page 96 or analyze the character's actions in the climax. I could tell you why I love the plot or how complex my emotions are for the plot twist.
don't know what to do. So then you go buy a bunch of notebooks, and then you just keep going, and you keep reading, and you keep crying and crying and crying. Oh God, what is that?
I am not quite sure as to whether or not there is a solution, but probably the best way to pass the message along, across rather, is to just ignore the person speaking and continue reading. I know it might come across as rude from your end, but then again, they were being rude in the first place. So, yeah, they do deserve that consequence to their actions. So, yeah, that is probably a good solution, just to keep reading and ignore their yapping entirely.
Don't get me wrong, I want to tell you these things, but if you don't want to listen, you're gonna break my bookish heart.
Shouldn't you be doing something productive? I mean, like actually go do something. I mean, reading, but like not.
Once again, this is very similar to what I've been speaking about. Reading is extremely productive. There are so many parts of your brain you are lighting up with a book, whether it's a good book or a bad book. I mean, just with reading alone, you are learning new vocabulary, learning to express yourself better than people who do not read, learning to engage with others in real life as well. It's a very productive thing to do. Some might think that reading is passive, but really you are working on your imagination, bettering your creativity, learning to make connections, be critical. And people really do underestimate the value of reading. So, yeah, once again, a very, very rude thing to say. And I think they are doing the acting very well, by the way. The rage baiting is fantastic here.
Productive, like yeah, but I mean, it exercises your brain.
Since when?
I am only calling this rage baiting, by the way, because I know that all of these people do love books and reading, which is why they make these videos to begin with. So, yeah, it stands to reason that this is rage bait in the video, because they wouldn't act this way on a regular basis, or for in any other context for that matter.
Is reading not productive?
I think you need to do some reading because your brain is all over the place. Can you not interrupt me? Do something that actually is going to benefit this earth. Or you can make open a book and shut your mouth. Thank you. And like oh, thank you. And make little mittens for them, little hats. Imagine how cute that would be. I mean, it must be hard. I mean, who invited this girl? Where did she come from? I mean, you read too much. You need a life.
Once again, you need a life is what is the root part of this. I mean, you read too much sometimes might be a compliment, despite once again it's a very condescending tone. You need a life. I mean, people who read live more lives than any others who do not read at all. They wouldn't even begin to imagine how many lives readers live, and how much more interesting their life is compared to people who do not read. It's not something they would grasp that easily, especially if they've never picked up a book before. So, yeah, very stupid, narrow minded thing to say.
My mind boggles at the very statement of this.
No, you actually need to go do.
That is a totally valid crash out. I would probably do the same thing in that situation.
Surely people can't really think this, right? Right?
You read too much. You need a life. Like, you need to go out and do something. Like, meet some friends, you know? Do you have a boyfriend? Actually, you know what? You probably don't have a boyfriend. You always hear reading.
Readers experience hundreds and hundreds of lives. We go to different countries, become different people, experience cultures, eat new food, make friends, and live lives from beginning to end all in a matter of hours. It's exhausting, it's exhilarating, it's epic.
Yeah, this video is the perfect representation of how underrated and underestimated reading totally is. The way she put it with the exhausting, exhilarating, and epic, it's totally true, by the way, and non-readers would never grasp that concept, which is why this person here is acting in this way towards her reader friend.
Actually go do something on a boyfriend, but you don't have a boyfriend, so I assume your book is your boyfriend. Anyways, peace out.
Once again, a very valid crash out there.
If you can just not ever say these things to a book reader, I'm sure we could be the best of friends, but if you utter such words such as these ones, just walk away. Just walk away.
So yeah, Erica, please do make a comeback. I do really, really miss your videos. You're such a fantastic booktuber. It's a shame you had to stop. And yeah, that is all I had to say about Erica's um, video. I will link it down below in the description along with her channel, The Perks of Books. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. take a look at the rest of my content because why not? It's absolutely amazing. And I will see you in the next one, hopefully very, very soon. Bye, guys.